really love.
Okay, so it's good like this. Tama ba? Hi!
Hi!
Tama ba yung framing natin?
Feeling
Masyado
ko.
bang...
Feeling ko sakto. Gitna dapat tayo.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Hi! This is Voice Notes by Ella.
And Michelle.
Welcome to the group chat.
What's up, my fellow buddies?
Yes. Okay.
So this is our pilot episode.
Yep. Our pilot episode. Woo! Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
No, let's just talk about how this is our first podcast ever.
Okay, so this is our very, very first podcast by
First
yours
episode.
truly,
Mhm.
Ella and Michelle.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so to start off, we want to say, like, who are we?
Who
Sino
are
nga ba
we?
tayo? Who
sino
are
ba
we?
si Ella and Michelle and bakit kayo makikinig sa amin? We'll dive into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very interesting story. So this is how we met.
Yeah, just to get to know us better.
Mhm.
Ayan. How did we meet, Ella?
So we actually met last year nung
In school.
at school.
Yeah.
So Humber, thank you. Shout out kay Humber ka. Ba't nag-hum? Shout out kay Humber College kasi last year I decided to pursue social service worker. And ikaw naman.
And I did advertising and marketing communications.
Although magkaiba kami ng program, we actually met no orientation day. Kasi for orientation day,
Very
it's
first
like
day.
all programs are, there to be oriented. To be oriented. So, we were in line for something. So she was right behind me. I was in front of her. We were in line for, what was it, free
For free
waffles,
food and-
for free food,
Yeah,
waffles,
waffles and milk tea.
milk tea and stuff like that. And
I was
heard-
behind you.
She was behind me,
Yeah.
and I heard her talking with someone on the line, and I turned around and I said, "Filipino ka?"
Sir. As in, cinematic.
Parang cinematic yung
Gumano siya
pag-ganun.
talaga.
Filipino ka? Eme. Tapos,
Yon, I was shocked, actually. Kasi hindi ko
syokit
siya
siya.
ina-expect.
Bakit ka syokit, Michelle? Sabihin mo nga sa kanila.
Hindi ko ina-expect na Filipina din si Ella that time.
Mukha
so,
akong ano.
I was like, I thought she was like a different ethnicity. So parang, nung lumingon siya, it's not because of your feature, kasi meron siyang certain clothes na
Basta may suot ako na it
Para
gave her
akala-
the impression that I belong to a different ethnicity or culture.
So, kaya na-shook ako nung lumingon siya. Tapos
Filipino
nagtagalog ka na, Filipino ka? Parang, ha? Filipino pala to. Ganon.
So,
Yan, first interaction natin.
that was the very first interaction, and I think the rest is history. I think it was a very small world kasi
Yeah.
after that first encounter, what was your next encounter that's kind of like related to me? Dahil sa isa naming kaibigan,
friend, yeah.
she was in the same program as
Si
me.
Karen May.
Karen May, shout out.
to you.
Hi, girlie.
So, si Karen kasi, kaklase ko siya from another course,
Oo.
parang elective program.
Mhm.
And then, we were talking about, like, chishikahan kami, and then, she mentioned you, Ella. And
Okay.
then, that was in the first semester, right? So, parang si Ella kasi first ko rin siyang na-meet sa Humber. So, habang kinikwento ni Karen na, si Ella ganito, ganyan.
Oo.
Classmate ko, ganun. Tapos parang ako, Ella, parang familiar.
Who is she?
So, parang, pa-check nga nung Instagram, tapos, nagulat ako, si Ella talaga yung
It was
na-meet ko
me.
nung first day.
Mhm.
So, I was like, so yan. So, yeah,
Yan,
the rest,
small world.
the rest really was history because after that, we started hanging out,
Mhm.
even a different program.
Parang we always found our way back to each other. Found our way back to each other daw. So yun.
Yeah,
That's how we met. How I met your mother. How I met your mother. So, ayun. Now, that's more on about
Our friendship.
our
how-
friendship, how we met and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Now, moving forward, more individual,
Individualistic.
Individualistic. Simulan mo. Sino si Michelle and anong background ni Michelle?
So, my name is Michelle. And I'm a Filipino po. Akala ko hindi.
Obvious pa ba?
Hindi ba obvious? And I came here in Canada 1 year ago. In the Philippines, I had a different career. So I work in a school, and then after that, parang nagkaroon ako ng different parang shift on what I wanted to do. So I decided to study here abroad to pursue that. So which is advertising and marketing, primarily digital marketing. So after nun, parang for me, it's more of trying new things, really. And that's why also I think we decided to do this podcast, try new things.
Yes! Getting out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, so I'm from a province in the Philippines, primarily in Cagayan. And then I moved here about a year ago na, parang something as a fresh start because I didn't have any friends here before. I didn't have like my core family. So parang it's really starting fresh.
Like a blank, clean slate na
Yeah,
sinasabi
clean slate.
nila. True.
How about you, Ella?
Ako naman so I'm Ella, as y'all know. Born and raised in the Philippines, moved here about 7 years ago. And yeah, isa po akong Bicolana. Galing po akong Bicol, Naga City. Hello!
Mag-ingay!
Mag-ingay. So, ayun. So, Bicolana po ako and...
Sample.
Ay, kastahin na.
Ano meaning?
Basta yun.
Alam mo na.
Basta yun. Alam yan ng mga fellow Bicolanas natin. Anyways, similar kay Michelle din naman. I think, in terms of like friends, family, like moving here sa dito sa Toronto, I didn't have much. Like it was my mom, me and my siblings, because the rest of my family members are like they're either in the US or like they're in the Philippines. So like it's a whole new environment, like a whole new like just everything's different, weather-wise, people-wise, everything is different. So that's like I guess a similarity that we share na, we moved here and everything just felt new, everything felt like something different to navigate. But yeah, in terms of education-wise, I have to go into that. Basta yun, I've tried different programs na. So I have a business admin diploma and I also have a social service worker diploma.
She's cultured.
So ayun, that's us. So now, napahapyawan na yung three similar things.
Yeah, so speaking of
Similar things.
So bakit ba tayo like na-click, or how did this friendship rolled over through the months?
Through the years. Through the years.
May year na ba? I know there is na.
Actually, more than a year na kasi we met January last year.
Last year.
And nasa that girl, August na.
Oh my God.
More than like over a year and a half.
Yeah. And
So
a lot
it's
has
been a while.
happened.
A lot has happened. Like,
Yeah.
cue silence. A lot has happened. But yeah, three similar things. Like I mentioned earlier, yun na nga, yung first similar thing was we both came here dito sa Toronto. And it's like a whole new beginning for us, a whole new clean slate. And, we shared that experience na we were both navigating just everything different, everything new. So,
True, that's right. Tsaka, I think also yung culture, diba? Parang we both came from the Philippines, so we have a lot of like values, we have a lot of practices na I feel the same for us.
oo. So,
Yeah.
I think that's one common thing. I think we were talking about this one time, yung pareho tayong all our lives Catholic
True.
schools yung pinuntahan namin. So,
From kinder to, for me, college.
until college, right?
Yeah.
Me up
Until masteral pala.
Oo nga, kasi
During my
nag-masters ka
masteral,
pa. Oo, so, ako din, same thing. So, nag-move ako, I think I was 18 years old na nung nag-move ako dito sa Canada. So, from kinder all the way to grade 12, first semester, kasi yun yung natapos ko dun sa Pinas. Catholic schools my entire life. So, a lot of the values are like my values, the values that shaped me, like was rooted from Catholic values. Kasi that's the education I got. So that's
Yeah,
one thing
kasama
that
talaga siya.
I think very ingrained siya. Like it's not just us though. Like I
Yeah.
think lahat ng mga Pilipino or a lot of us.
Yeah, because Philippines is predominantly
like
Catholic. So, lahat may simbahan, like,
Oo.
all the culture is really imbibed. Kasama talaga yung Catholicism.
Yep, it plays a big role.
True.
And
Ano pa ba? Another similar thing.
I think yung alam mo yung, I think pareho nating passion yung personal development in one way or another.
Oh my God.
And just trying out new things, getting out of our comfort zone. Kasi I think both tayong may introvert tendencies.
Wait,
Totoo
ikaw?
ba?
Ikaw?
Hoy, oo, I swear, nung una kami
Pilipino ka rin?
Ano lang po yun,
Charot.
trial and error yun. Trial and error.
Pero totoo, paminsan, like, sabihin na natin ambivert, you know? So,
Parang
there are
may
times,
tendencies na may pagka-introvert and then sometimes we can be extroverts
Extrovert.
din. Pero
With
for
the right person.
With the right
Yeah.
person. Like kung comfortable ako. Kasi for the most part, I'll tell you, in social settings, I'd rather be on the fucking corner. I'd rather
I'm
be
a
on this
wallflower
side.
too. I'm a
Oh,
wallflower.
na parang I'd rather observe. And if somebody talks to me, then that's when I'll speak. But recently, parang, to try something different, try something new. Dare to be different. Dare to
Wow,
be
dare
different.
to be different.
Ayun. Kaya ko po siya pinansin. Sabi ko, Pilipino ka! Yun yung thought process behind that. Na parang, sige, give it a try to get out of your comfort zone. Ikaw, like, makiusap ka sa mga tao. So, ayun. Yun
As
po
a
yun.
ambivert.
Nasa ambivert. So, yes.
Yun nga, that's why we also pahapyaw na natin
To the
next topic, which is like, for us, parehas kami na whenever we meet, we would always have like realizations or like we would talk about life.
Mga reflections
Puro
about
reflections
life. Oo.
about life, about what's happening in our life, and we try to like rationalize, I would like to say, or like think through na bakit.
Parang ina-analyze, sinapsychoanalyze namin ng isa't isa mga happenings sa life namin. Na parang, a place where we just come together and basically spill the beans and
Yes.
and learn from it, like mutually learning from each other and sharing advices and just coming together as two Filipinos who are just navigating this whole Canada thing.
Yeah, and that's why this podcast was born.
Woo! This is why we are here.
Yeah, because I feel like for the both of us, kasi nga personal development is really a huge thing. We want to reflect on what we learned depends on the situations that we go through, we deal with. Tsaka, parang for us also, whenever we meet up, it just goes deep. Like our...
Like we don't even have to try like the way our conversations would flow.
It would
Deep
just
siya.
lead there, you know?
Like, basta parang ang sarap kasing pag-usapan. And pag
Ah.
nag-uusap kami, it just flows na, this is what happened.
True.
And this is like, over the years, this is what we've realized and whatnot. And, napag-isipan namin, bakit di natin ito gawing podcast?
True.
That's why,
That's why
eto kami.
that's why we're here, and I feel like that's also why we want to record it, is because number one, we want to look back on this. Like, we want to look back on our conversations. Kasi, paminsan pag nag-uusap tayo, like, we would talk about, like, get interested or get interesting stuff happening. And we're like, okay, that's a light bulb moment. And then we want to, like, just record that and save it for the future, And also, the second reason why we want to do this is because also for people, kasi we wanna acknowledge that the
It's for you guys.
experience, yes, we wanna acknowledge that the experience we had right now is, I would like to say, hindi natin siya nakikita online kasi
Walang
we're very
masyadong
niche.
walang masyadong representation ba? Was that
For us, yeah.
Like sa aming mga Pilipino, like for Filipinos in particular, I don't think we see much of that visibility per se. Visibility na like these are our experiences. And I think we were talking about this earlier din na hindi uso sa culture natin as Filipinos yung validation.
True.
Hindi uso po ang mag-validate. Parang more on gaslighting siya na parang, ay, hindi, okay lang yan. Like,
Kaya
some
mo
people
yan.
have it worse. Or parang ako nga before, ganito, ganyan.
True.
So, hindi uso yung i-acknowledge ka in that moment na, oo nga, mahirap yung pinagdadaanan.
True.
Or like, that's something that's tough. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially for us na going through adulthood, trying to build our life right now, and then being in a different culture, being in a different setting.
Actually, alam mo,
There are different challenges na parang feeling namin hindi naiintindihan nung iba. Na, for example, family back home or probably friends back home, like
Yeah.
they won't understand. Like,
hirap.
Sobrang
Pawis.
hirap. Pero,
Pero yung experiences namin here.
yeah.
So,
And we are sure na there's also some people who feel the same way, and
there's
we
Filipinos
want
out there
na parang we want this to be a space for that,
to be seen,
to be heard.
to be validated.
Yeah.
To be seen, heard, and validated. But disclaimer po, hindi po kami therapists. So,
We're therapying each other.
we're each other's personal therapists. Pero, take it like, ano yun? Yung sabi
Take
mo
it with a grain of salt.
with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like, take what you feel like taking, and the rest,
Leave behind.
just leave it be. Like, you don't have to take in everything that we're saying out here. Just, kung kung saan ka nakaka-relate, then,
That's
go
it.
for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, on to the next thing is, what do we want this to be? We've already talked about that. Like Michelle
a little,
said,
yeah.
like Michelle said, it's a place where, this is where, for our fellow Filipinos out there who probably relate to our story, na someone who moved to a new country. And then it's not just the Filipinos who moved to Canada, but our content will be mostly about the
Because
whole
our
Toronto,
experience.
Canada experience, but also for other Filipinos out there na who moved to a new country and just navigating a whole new different culture that's very different from our culture as Filipinos. This is the place where we come together and, just give the space to be seen, heard, and validated kasi nga
Yes.
hindi siya uso sa atin magbigay ng validation. So, ayan.
Yeah. Also, we want to share our experience, diba? We're just two Toronto baddies. Trying
Yes!
to live our adulthood life. So if you wanna learn more about that, or
Come join.
if you wanna see, would we say we're millennial or Gen Z? But I think
feel
we're
like-
a mix of both. So
Oo.
we're in the transition phase
In
then.
the transition period, kasi sabi nila, ang Gen Z daw, it starts from 1997. Kailan ka nga? Na-disclose na. Hindi namin i-disclose yung age, but
But
we're somewhere in between that
we're
transition.
in that transition phase.
No,
So we don't know who we are.
we don't make crisis
We're
identity.
a mix of both, we would like to say. We're
I feel
both-
like, kasi all this time, before I even looked up kung sino ba yung Gen Z, kasi there was one person who brought up na Gen Z ka, ako naman parang, hindi ako Gen Z, millennial ako.
diba?
Pero yun, sabi nga ni Google, apparently, I fall under Gen Z na.
Oh, okay.
So yun, so those who are below 1997, born before that, sila yung considered na millennials.
True.
Tas anyone after 1997, yun na daw yung Gen Z.
Paano naman yung mga 1997?
Yun na nga,
So,
parang we're in the
we're in
transition period na parang it feels like a mix between millennial and Gen Z, that transition period. Kasi,
So, kaya wala
Yeah.
tayong parang wala tayong tribe. So, guys,
guys,
if you find us,
come.
come.
Ali kayo dito. You're safe here. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
So, yan.
Ayan. So, that's our introduction. So, for our segment or our podcast, we want to end off every episode with a little message to our future self.
Yes.
Because we, as part of doing this, is we want to, talk to our past self in the future. So, we want to give them snippets of messages we want them to hear.
Oo, to keep it going.
Yeah.
Kasi, sabi nga nila, you can only compare yourself to your past self. Kasi how can you compare yourself to another person who's literally wearing different shoes, going through a different path? So it doesn't make sense na ikumpara mo yung sarili mo. Kasi That's how can you, paano mo i-measure yung progress mo kung tinitignan mo yung progress
Iba.
ng ibang tao?
True, because they have different experience. They have different
Oo.
resources or different challenges that they're facing
True.
physically, mentally, or whatever they're going through. So you can never try to like compare with others.
Kasi ibang-iba siya. So, I mean, kaya yun na nga. Compare yourself to your past self and not with anyone else. Kaya, ayan, with that being said, here's a message to our future
Future
selves.
selves.
So, Michelle?
Okay, so to my future self, hi, future Michelle, if you're watching.
If you're watching right
If
now.
you're watching right now, I hope that by the time you watch this, I hope that you're doing whatever you love doing. I hope that by now, you become a very strong, independent woman that you've always wanted to become, and you're doing what you love. Right now, Michelle,
Michelle.
the present
The
Michelle,
current Michelle.
yeah, is trying her best to make your dream happen. So, I hope you're
Amen.
doing okay, and I hope you're better, or you're living the life that you've always promised yourself. Wow!
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, ako naman, a message to my future self. Hopefully, when you're watching this, maybe half a year from now, a year from now, hopefully, you kept going. Kasi you owe it to yourself na you owe it to yourself to see na it gets better. It always gets better, and it does get, it gets better every time. So just, keep going. Who knows? Maybe you wouldn't be in this place anymore that you're in right now. Who knows? Maybe you're in a whole new different setting, a whole new different vibe. So you owe it to yourself to see that coming to fruition. So just keep going. You got this.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So yes. Now, I think that's pretty much it for today. Okay, now with that being said, that's our first voice note saved. Yes.
Catch you next time, our fellow baddies.
Bye.